G'day, I'm Evan and welcome to Gamey. Joining me on the show this week, it's Alasdair Tremblay-Birchall. A2B!
That's your
Hell yeah.
initials.
Yeah. Naomi Higgins. And Ben Russell.
What fun we're already having.
Beautiful. We're right in the middle of PAX Australia at the moment. You went along.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I went along.
I would say that
alone.
we are a little bit towards the beginnings of it.
We are in the beginning. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
We're recording this Friday night. By the
Immediately.
time this goes up, PAX will be over
That
entirely.
is so sad.
You're wrong on both ends.
All right, well, but you went along to PAX today, Naomi.
Yeah, I did.
How was it?
Fine.
Yeah.
It was very overwhelming.
Yeah.
There was a marching band indoors.
Tuba?
What else was there?
Tuba?
Mostly just drums. Just a lot of drums
Yeah.
in my ear. That's all I'd like to say about it.
Eardrums.
Really?
Okay.
I
you walk
can't think of,
through-
I was so overwhelmed walking around and I was like, I gotta make the most of this. So then I just stood in line for a game for like an hour and then there was like this 10-year-old kid standing next to me and then I realized he was just reading just standing next to me like this. And then I looked at him like, you looking at my phone? And he looked at me like, what? We're reading. And then just went back and I was looking at some inappropriate things on Twitter that a 10-year-old shouldn't be looking at. And it was really weird.
Is he like a colony of like animals?
What?
Maybe that little boy was a colony of animals.
What do you mean?
He was like, we are reading right now.
Well,
we are pleased to meet you.
little kids, they get dressed up in a big coat and become an adult, but what do animals do? They get together and dress up like a kid.
Yeah.
And then if they want to be bigger, they put on a coat and become an adult.
Okay.
Oh, it's crazy out there. You gotta watch out. So what was this game like?
Oh, it was, what was it? Destroy all humans or something?
Oh yeah, was that a remix?
Yeah, destroy all humans. Remix.
The remastered one.
Yeah, remaster.
It was fine.
The remake.
I don't know, it was fine. I lined up for like 45 minutes and then she was like, this controller doesn't really work, but good luck. And I was like, sick. And then I died real quick because I couldn't move.
I think
that was worth it.
That's the greatest story I've ever heard.
And that was and I said I don't want to talk about it anymore and then you pushed me and
Yeah.
then you got that out of it, so.
Did you do anything else? You just got overwhelmed. Did you walk through any fart clouds?
There's some pretty big BO. I smelled a lot of cum, but I wasn't sure if that was the cum trees outside.
Yeah.
Do you think they bring
For all
them
our
inside?
international viewers, it's spring here, so we got the trees that smell like cum.
I believe it's a type of cherry tree.
Pear.
Pear. I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you are. So there was definitely some BO, but you know, everyone was nice. I always feel safe in those environments. It's
shouldn't
just
it?
full of nerds.
Yeah.
Shouldn't.
No, they're.
What happened to you?
Grabby little creatures.
It was fine. I spent a lot of time next to the Just Dance stage because that's my favorite place to be at any gaming convention. Because people really give it their best.
Well, I think
And
that's.
it's funny.
Did you get dressed up?
I wore this,
Yeah, cool.
so yes.
You went as Urkel.
Set myself up. For that one.
Did I do that?
I fell down and I can't get up.
That's fair.
This week we're going to take a look at Grid and Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint, each of them the 12th game in their respective series.
Wow.
But first, what do you think of this?
That was an appropriate response.
US game show Jeopardy goofed up recently saying that Orange, Ricky, Hero, and Smash Boy were names of blocks in Tetris. The source of their confusion is a Photoshop manual for the game, tweeted out by Twitter user Vechito. Aren't these questions fact-checked? Surely they would be
They
fact-checked.
should.
Why are you asking us?
No, I was asking Alasdair because you've worked on a game show before, a quiz show.
Yeah.
What one?
Yeah. I wrote a question for the chase.
A question.
I wrote questions
right.
for the chase.
He wrote
Okay.
question.
I wrote question for the chase. Okay. Yeah. So when you do it, when I would do it, I would have to write, have references.
Yeah.
Like 3 references, and then there would be a question checker, and they would have to check those.
3
things.
references for every question.
Yeah, and then somebody would also go and double check it. as well, and make sure the references were okay.
So that obviously isn't as rigid as that. Like,
the show is dying. Jeopardy, I think it's like it's on its last legs.
I was watching it on
It's
Netflix
senile.
recently.
Yeah.
I was watching it on Netflix recently.
Yeah, but that's like
what you-
that's like
wait,
Stars in the
hang on.
Sky. That episode has been gone.
How
a long
many
time.
things are on Netflix? How
I
many
don't know.
movies and TV shows and you chose to watch an old episode of Jeopardy?
Well, I thought I thought it would be good.
I was like, Evan, it's time to watch something spicy.
Evan's a tastemaker now. He's bringing Jeopardy back.
I think Evan's just mad because they said something wrong about his favorite game of all time, which is
Yeah.
Tetris.
This is your favorite character
Sorry, favorite
in
game
all
of 2018.
games.
Yeah, because they don't actually have names. The
Really?
what?
I was on that episode.
The Tetris.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were too.
Yeah.
The Tetris blocks don't have names. They're called Tetronymos as a group, but individually they don't have names.
Based off of Geronimo, the Native American?
Maybe.
American Native American.
American Native American.
Thank you so much.
But this person just did. Just
Native
did this,
American.
What?
You're Native American.
Stop it.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's true.
Doesn't everyone say that though?
No.
I don't say that.
Everybody says Ben is Native American.
Yeah. Because I won't shut up about it.
Are you Native American or are you just natively American?
No, he's actually part Native American.
He did an improv class in Boston. Which is about the same thing.
I learned the yes and.
This is crazy, aren't they? Fact checking this?
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
So what are some of the
Smash
names?
Boy.
They got Blue Cleveland. No, we got Cleveland Zed, Rhode Island Zed, Smash Boy, Tiwi. You would have seen right through that if you were Trebek.
It seems too
He doesn't.
silly.
Do you reckon he reads through all the questions, Trebek?
He might give it a gander. Even on the fly, I think
Yeah.
you would go, Tetris is a Russian game,
Yeah.
right? They're not being cute like this.
But then game developers love to do like Easter eggs and
Oh, that's
stupid
true.
stuff.
Is there a analog Tetris? Is there like a real life
Jenga?
Tetris? No, I mean that's yes, but not
Connect 4?
Yeah, Connect.
No,
4.
but like, is there? It's called Tetris. But you are Russian and you put things in like a cube.
Do you
and
have to be Russian?
you got to be Russian. It's like mahjong. When I was little, I thought that was just a computer game because I was a stupid kid. Still am.
yeah.
But then I realized no, mahjong's analog.
Yeah.
Is there like a Tetris?
Pinball is like that too.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Well, I knew that.
Are you telling me there are people who played it on Windows XP
Yeah, Windows XP Space
and
Cadet.
didn't know that it was?
Windows 98 even.
Didn't know.
I
that
played it at my friend Bevan's
pinball-
house.
Did you know that?
Bevan and Evan together at last.
Bevan!
Evan, stop
playing
playing that
pinball!
computer game. The wolves have got out. We keep wolves in this farm.
It's a wolf farm!
It's a wolf farm. We farm
Oh,
wolves.
bloody feral sheep have been coming and attacking our wolves!
Is Mum just doing exposition and she calls them to dinner
I know, Mum. I know. I've lived here
on this wolf
all
farm?
my life. I'm just letting you know. I already know.
Is Bevan or Evan staying over for dinner? Bevan, I know you're my kid.
But Evan, are you staying over?
At the wolf farm where we live.
There's wolf for dinner. Wolves are delicious eating.
While they're eating?
No, they're delicious while they're eating.
You eat them while they're eating.
No, you don't eat them.
No, like
Oh, you just like it.
to look
Yeah.
at.
They're delicious.
You just look at it and go,
Like-
delicious.
I don't think there is a real Tetris. But if somebody knows anything, let us know. Tweet at us or something. Or
Right at
comment.
us, P.O. Box.
Please let us know. We really care. What are the real names?
Yeah. I was going to say I play Connect 4 like it's Tetris. So anytime I get a line, I just start the game over again. But I guess that's what you're supposed to do because you won.
Yeah, that's right.
Dun, 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 dun,
This is a nice lull, isn't it? You feel that? It was a nice lull. It's nice to name a lull.
I can use a chat point.
Yeah,
Would
go.
you like to?
Chat away.
Someone is using a jackhammer outside my hotel window at 12:05 a.m. and I'm going to kill them.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
It's
just a
little-
chat point for this topic.
It's little points like this that really inform us.
Yeah.
But you wanted to talk about something else, didn't you? You want to talk about a certain game.
So I sent Evan a game that I thought we could talk about.
Oh, yes.
But then I guess he ignored me. I don't know why, but it's basically this thing that you can put up yourself if you have a vagina. And then it's like...
I mean, you can probably still do it if you don't have a vagina as well.
Yeah, you can find somewhere to put it, I guess. But their intended
Your butt.
use is if you have a vagina and you want to strengthen your pelvic floor, maybe you've had a child or something, it's like an app, and then you got to like squeeze, you got to basically do Kegels, and then whatever game you're playing, maybe it's like a runner game and you have to like jump or something. So you have to squeeze at certain times and it helps build your pelvic floor through gaming. And for some reason, Evan didn't want to talk about it.
This game is PG. It's actually MA, but PG stands for Pussy Game.
Did you get me to bring it up just so you could...
No, I just thought about that. Yeah.
Just off the top of your
Ben
head.
does improv.
Wow.
What do you think of that?
I think that they should use that controller in other games. Why only use it for just some jumping game when you could just be like doing Wii tennis going, fuck yeah.
This is the first person to clock Zelda Breath of the Wild.
With their pussy.
She's found all the Korok seeds using only her pussy.
And that'll be what they put on my tombstone.
Because you died shortly after. It's a big game.
Which
And
part
you
of
did
the-
not
There's
drink enough
900
water.
Korok seeds.
Don't worry, the question was going to be dumb. Look, don't worry about it.
I think we should not
I'm
talk
worried.
until you ask the question.
Oh, what I was going to say was because he said a long thing, and then you said that's going to be on my tombstone, and then I wasn't sure which part of that you wanted on your tombstone. I thought it was going to be only your pussy, like as if like that was the only thing they buried. That's good.
No, I liked that.
Yeah.
Where's the rest of you gone in your will?
I'd just parcel me up in like inch cubes and hand me out as party favor at the funeral. Everyone
cool.
gets a little cube.
I think you should get a chunka person when you go to the.
Yeah.
You should
Why
get-
don't you? You know?
Well, there's ashes, I suppose.
Like
That's
they,
possible.
they something they plastinate, something that's recognizable.
Yeah.
That you could just keep on your mantelpiece, and then you could over the years build up like a face of like all the people that you knew, and then you go, that's the average person I knew.
It's quite an expensive process, though, plastination, isn't it?
Well, you know,
It's very time consuming.
Sounds cool.
a lot
There's a
of
casket, man.
Whenever it's someone say plastinate, I always go, plastination complete. I don't know why.
What is that from?
It's nothing. From nothing. That's just what happens.
People might have said that when they've done doing the plastination, though.
Yeah, that's what I imagine. It does a little machine.
Yeah.
And then at the end it goes, plastination complete.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah.
yeah, it sounds
some
really
reason.
familiar.
Huh.
It's from like The Fifth Element or something like that, but without plastination.
Yeah, I don't know. Nobody knows.
Or what's the thing with the cube and the heart on it?
Portal.
Yeah. Sounds like that bitch.
Thank you. Get out of here.
You know
All right, let's crack onto some games, shall we?
You want to talk about Jeopardy? I try to bring up Pussy Game. You don't care about it.
That was a bit of Jeopardy.
Double Jeopardy? That's a
Great
legal
movie.
thing.
It's a legal thing. All right.
And a film.
Now we're just doing word association. Association, that's a kind of company. Company, that's people you hang out with, which is what we're doing right now. Now, it's a time.
Get started. If you're a fan of motorsport, and who isn't?
Put your hands down.
I wasn't until today.
Then you'll be excited that the Grid series is back. And could there be a simpler title than Grid?
Agree.
Buh.
I would say that's more complicated
Buh.
because some people would pronounce it B, and you have to explain it.
Buh. No, it's spelled buh.
Like B-A-H or
Bah.
something?
B-U-H?
Buh.
Can you imagine a more simple name than Buh?
Buh.
The?
Bah.
A real word.
It says it all. Let's take a look at the trailer.
Stop the waiting, hesitating. Now is your time. Stop remaining, it's over the line. Gotta rise up for the fight. Gotta rise up for the fight. Time to be the light you can find.
It is funny. Evan, every time with you. That was a look at Grid.
Oh,
Bevan.
You looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger when he gets sucked out in the Mars.
I shouldn't
Why do you
vape
do that
anymore.
every time?
I don't know. He handed it to me. Being polite.
You must vape. He considers it a great insult if you don't vape. Oh, please try some vape.
Oh, Andy's here.
Andrew.
Got a whole crowd today.
Maggie's here. Everyone's here.
Evan's face is weird, man.
Yeah.
This show's gone off the rails.
Yeah, this is wild.
All right.
That was a look
well,
at Grid.
That was look at the trailer for a Grid. Grid.
Was that a practice run?
I don't know. I think we're in it now. I was going to wait for Ben to do his beer, but that can be.
You got to leave in
Part of it.
vaping. That was amazing.
All right. Grid. So this is it's the 12th game in the Grid series.
The
You said
12th.
it like
Well, it's the
supposed
12th.
12th game.
Well, it's kind of. It's the fourth Grid game, but
Okay.
but before that there was there was a whole other series
so you're
of
saying
games.
this is the fourth Grid game, but it's called Grid.
Yes, that's right.
What were the first three called?
Well, the first one I think was Race Driver Grid, and then there was Race Driver Grid 2, and then there was Grid Auto Sport. Is that what it was? Now it's Grid.
I'm sorry,
But
I
this
asked.
is basically a reboot essentially because the last Grid was 5 years ago.
For 5 years I've been saying, when's the next Grid?
Yeah.
You have been. You wouldn't shut up about it.
Every damn day.
Yeah. Now we can finally move on with our lives.
It's it's a series from Codemasters, who of course do a lot of driving games, like the
course.
F1 series. Colin McRae Rally was them. Dirt,
Wow.
they do the Dirt series.
Dirt.
Onrush was them as well.
Could you think of a more simple name than Dirt?
Yes.
They also did Dirty Dancing, the video game, in 2008, which is
What was
Is it
that?
a car racing game?
no, it wasn't. It's a
What-
puzzle game.
Are you,
Really?
are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yes.
Is it like to do with the movie?
Yeah, it's based on the film.
But it's puzzles.
So,
I have to play
How many
this.
pieces? How many pieces?
Dirty Dancing.
It's
Dirty Dancing.
Jinx.
the film Dirty Dancing.
So
Nobody
there's-
puts baby in a corner. Is that
Yeah,
that film?
yeah. So like a
The only puzzle is
abortion
you
gone
don't put
wrong.
baby in the corner.
forces you to dance.
Also, when's that film from?
That's what the movie's about.
Like the 70s?
Because the game's from 2008.
Think about that for a fucking
Hang on, so you're saying the movie came out first, and then years later, a game based on the movie
Yeah,
came
what,
out?
30 years later or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Well, I guess
People like the movie.
You see the way that everybody came alive when you said Dirty Dancing? It's got a lot of cachet.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, we
Yes.
all want to play that game.
Yeah.
Nobody here is interested in Grid except for me.
I know.
I'm waiting to say my piece.
I want to play Dirty Dancing the game right now. I don't care about this.
This is a.
I picture it as it's a guy waiting to pick up a girl,
Yeah.
like that, and the girl's running around a racetrack. Like that, and there's all these other women that are running, trying to
Yeah.
get into this guy's arms. Whoever gets there goes like that.
my life. This way before. It's just that over and over again.
For the whole race.
I mean, it doesn't seem
the
like car
truth.
games have that many ideas anyway. It kind of is a similar thing most of the time.
Yeah. What separates this car game from other car games?
Well,
It's easier to crash.
it's
The funnest
very
part.
very easy to crash, but you shouldn't. It's a
Oh,
like
okay.
because it's a sim basically. Like it's a
Sims.
a more realistic racing game.
Like Sims.
Maybe not quite as hardcore as the F1 series, but
Or the
pretty.
Sims.
It's set
or
in
the Sims.
SimCity.
No,
Grooble bebop. Scooble
it's set in various cities around the world.
I thought it was like, look, it felt more realistic. I normally hate not video games.
You hate Wait, you hate
Yeah, I find
hate
most
video
I
games.
find most video games are pretty boring. And then I
And then
played
you play this for hours.
and I played this for hours, and
Son
then
of a bitch.
I was really bad, and then I got better, and I enjoyed how realistic it was, and I enjoyed that the other players got angry with you when you hit them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They became your enemy, and they started driving more aggressively against you.
That's the AI. It's quite a highlight feature of this game is the AI.
That's right.
Drivers.
And then you can do the thing where you can reverse time if you made a big corner
Yeah.
mistake.
You
Thing like
can
that.
rewind, yeah.
You can rewind, and it's a bit like it reminds me a little bit of
That's not a new feature though. Sorry, no offense.
For me, the heyday
Ever heard
of
of Life is Strange, sir?
never heard of that. Is it good?
It's not a racing game.
is
I mean,
good.
that's a feature in other
It
racing.
reminds me of the heyday
Like
of
Forza.
video games, which was what was the one with the guy with the first bullet time? And it was
Gex.
Max Payne.
Max
Payne?
Payne. That was
Yeah.
the heyday.
Except you can't reverse time in that game.
No, but it's close.
Yeah.
Slowing it down is the
It's
first.
time manipulation is involved.
Yeah. Anyway,
I don't know. My scientist?
The
Is that the same guy who does the boobs?
Boobs!
there's
Time manipulation!
I'm honestly personally upset at you saying that you find video games boring, but this fucking car driving game where you drive around a track a number of times.
The thing you gotta understand about ATB is that he is a dork.
No, this isn't for dorks though. This is for idiots.
no, it's for
well,
it's
well.
for
You don't
people.
have an engineering degree.
I really do. It's for people who care about this kind of thing. I don't care about this kind of thing. I just found it challenging, and like at least enough stuff was going on for me to forget that it was just a pointless exercise of driving around in a circle.
And you aren't
I don't respect
really
you.
driving around.
That's okay.
Even though you said it's realistic,
Yeah.
it's not. It doesn't really. It's not really real.
That's right. You're not really in a car.
No.
Yeah. You're not
Yeah,
driving.
and you don't usually
fuel.
drive using a control stick unless it's some kind of drone. And in that case, yes. But a lot of the time you use a steering
You're right.
wheel.
You know what? I apologize. It's actually more like a simulation. I would say it's closer
Like a
to.
sim.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's like
trying to
Sims. It's like The
simulate it.
Sims.
Yeah.
It's like The
Right.
Sims. That's all you have to say.
It's
It's like The
set in
Sims.
SimCity.
All you have to say is Ben Russell. It's like The Sims. Then I would have been like, oh, that's fine.
Do you want to kiss?
what is new to what is new to this particular game in the series is the Nemesis system. So that wasn't in any of the previous ones. Ben
Ben and I have a nemesis system.
What's that?
More of a Nemesis system.
Nemesis.
We just punch each other.
Right in the face.
Well, that's kind of how this works. So if you drive aggressively, it's like there's an audience in the room.
We do have a crowd tonight.
Yeah, it's unusual. It's if you drive too aggressively, if you basically run into other cars,
Yeah.
then they will become a nemesis.
Makes you realize that must be the hardest part of regular car driving, because it's like, my technique was always like, well, the only way I can catch up to people is to take the corner real fast and then run into everybody else and they'll stop
Yeah,
me
you
from
sort of
crashing
use them
In
as
the game
padding,
or
don't you?
real
in the
life?
game. And then in real life, you have to think about money and things like that. And so they must be like, ooh, don't touch my car. And they got all they got their reverse beepers and things like going boop, 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 boop. You go,
And
"Ah!"
in like NASCAR, there is
Woo!
in NASCAR there is rubbing, but that's all.
Yeah, What?
It's just a bit of friendly rubbing.
What about like
Rubbing?
Dodgems?
Dodgems.
Yeah, Dodgems.
Okay. in Australia they're called dodgems.
Yeah.
And the game is you get on the dodgems and you're like, now don't hit any of the cars. And I'm like,
Yeah, that's.
I always thought they were called bumper cars, in which
Yeah.
case that's the entire. You're supposed to bump into the other.
Oh,
cars.
not dodge them.
Don't use the bumper cars for their original purpose.
Yeah.
Welcome to the nanny state, bitch.
Yeah, it's like
It's
the
actually
king,
PC gone mad.
it's like the king hit coward punch thing, right?
Yeah.
To me, they'll always be kings.
yeah.
You know.
Always be king hits. Never a coward punch. All coward punches are kings to you.
So if you.
What's wrong with what? What's wrong with king hits?
That's people die because of that.
People die because of
Lots of things.
diseases, but we're allowed to say them willy-nilly.
People die because of vaping, but you don't stop doing that on camera.
Exactly.
I did stop. If you have a nemesis or more than one,
Bless you for
Which may be
trying
the-
to talk about this game.
Yeah.
they will drive noticeably more aggressively around you.
Like in real life.
If you're driving with your nemesis. Nemesis?
But if you're driving with your nemesis,
Yeah.
I think that's the first step towards reconciliation.
I think it is too.
Go for a drive together. You
Friendly
know?
race.
In separate cars?
Oh well, if you're separate cars, that's probably then there might be a competitive element. But if you're in the same car,
Isn't that interesting though? You're only just a car away from being friends.
yeah. And if
Ride in a car together. If you're not friends after that car drive, no matter how long or short it is, just down the block, then you can eat me up. Eat it up. Yum, 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 yum. I'll lay out on a plate for you, and you can eat me until I am gone and in your tummies.
And that's a guarantee.
That's my Ben Russell guarantee to you.
I made a lot of nemesises purely because I'm bad at driving though. Not I wasn't trying to be mean or anything.
What do you like in the game, though?
That was in the game though.
yeah. And so
And
what?
that's called riffing.
And so what you're saying is that the nemesis thing is an interesting feature.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I quite liked it.
Fuck!
Wait, they call it this the Nemesis system, but isn't the Nemesis system in, and you'll know this, Shadows of Mordor, the computer game by Monolith, they've got a Nemesis system too. You can't have two Nemesis systems. Okay? You got two Nemesis systems, all of a sudden, the kid down the shops has a Nemesis system. Everybody, 1, 2, 3, everybody's got Nemesis systems.
It's a slippery slope.
It's a slippery slope. And this is why all computer games should be banned.
Okay. Fair enough. I wasn't very good at this game. What? You weren't very good at it at all, Alasdair. But it kept you coming back.
Oh, no offense.
It kept me coming back because I was getting good, and at the end, I say good, but that's the thing. It's because of this nemesis system. If you're wrong enough people, they can destroy you.
Yeah.
You get 13, 14 people on that track who hate your guts.
Yeah.
Was
that your goal?
That wasn't my goal, but to get to the front, you got to make a few enemies. You got to tread on a few toes.
Yeah, right.
How many
yeah.
Nemesis do you think you have in RL?
Right now, in sort of all virtual worlds combined,
Yeah. Ooh.
if you count every race,
Yeah.
What?
yeah, that's right. What? It would be mind-boggling.
Every race?
Yeah. Every
about
every
only
race of
white
people,
people?
I have as my nemesis now.
Good luck with
And
that.
that's equality.
You're so brave.
You know those guys who are like, I make fun of everybody equally. Well, I go, everybody hates me equally from every race of people.
So
Free speech.
South Park is what you're saying.
No. No, I didn't deserve it.
So, are you saying the nemesis thing motivated you to keep playing? Is that what you...
No, it's not just the nemesis thing. I just
If you guys say Nemesis one more time, I'm leaving.
How much are the Nemesis people paying you? Because you guys have said Nemesis so many times. Big
I
Nemesis.
should have called this game Nemesis. I mean, can you think of a simpler name than Nemesis?
Oh.
I think it was challenging, and it was the first racing game where I ever bothered to brake, because you had to.
You have to. You really have to.
You have to brake.
This ain't no Mario driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because you play 50cc Mario, you never have to brake.
You're a wimp.
Yeah, you can do a bit of glide and do a bit of this.
If you know, okay, everyone out there, if you're paying 50cc on the Mario driving,
And you're braking?
and you're breaking, if you're just paying it, then do better. You do 150cc.
Yeah.
That's living.
And
Yeah,
if
but
if you're playing 200cc
Yeah.
on Mario Kart Tour, then you must be wealthy.
Yeah,
That's
rich.
right.
Because that's $8 a month.
Yeah.
That was what you were saying.
Yeah.
Is it $8 a month?
Yeah.
I knew neither of them understood what you were going
That's fucking
with.
crazy. I knew it was monetized.
It's
Probably not
you
as
could just
monet-
play this game.
Yes.
Probably not
This
as
game
monetized
costs
as the next game that
$69.
we're about to play.
That's
Yeah, well, we'll get to
Even
that.
more
7 months of playing.
nemesis.
And then
8
you're
months.
making profit.
Profit. Not in real money, just in nemesis.
This is on the 8th month, and then 9th month, and then suddenly you run out of fingers to rub together. You got so much money.
Alasdair, it is Halloween coming up. Did you come as a software manager?
Yeah, I'm the person who employs Urkel.
Nice! You guys are friends.
Did I do that? It's an impression for you.
Huh.
Did you like that?
What's an impression?
It's like, don't worry. You wouldn't get it.
Did you come dressed as a dog-faced cunt?
You hear this?
Is that
Dog face.
because you nailed it? You must have been at PAX all day.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
I'm sorry, I'm taking off my makeup.
I won first prize in cosplay. I love the anime that you're in. Mr. Dog-faced cunt.
Can you sign my TED?
People actually thought I was... It was so embarrassing because people actually thought that I was the real dog-faced cunt.
Really?
Can you really sign my TED?
Yeah, I can do it right now. Bring it over here.
No. I'm plugged in.
You can always unplug, unwind. Take a look.
All right, let's focus.
How many grids out?
All right, this nemesis system. I just want to get back to this.
Okay.
Yeah.
It really enhances the gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, you know, in real life, it's great when people are angry at you. Well, it's the same thing in virtual life.
Yeah. Okay. What other computer games do you think that you could apply the Nemesis system to, or other parts of your life? Maybe in
Maybe any other game where people are mad at you.
that's
It already
most.
exists.
That's
Sims,
most. Sims.
Which is a similar game.
That, is
Can you
that
make-
has a nemesis system.
Really? Do you make enemies?
You do if you try to make out too quick.
Really?
That's all I did. You just go in hard, man. It's 50-50. But you gain some enemies.
Yeah, right on.
Couldn't get away with it these days.
Your sim is a creep.
Creep,
You play
criminal,
as like a bald
sex criminal.
a bald man with big glasses and like a gut.
I have a band, so what?
Hey, some sex criminals can just look like anyone here.
That's true. That is so true.
Anyone on.
I don't know.
Anyone?
People that put boys in walls.
Is that a game?
What?
Put boys in walls?
Yeah, it's
game.
called Evan, the game.
Is that what's stranger than the game you guys were talking about earlier?
Huh?
Forget it. I'm just word associating.
Evan puts boys in the wall.
Cat.
That will.
I found this game it did take a bit of getting used to. What?
This,
What's up?
what's wrong?
What's on your mind?
Well,
What did-
I was going to say, I
Open up
feel like
to
this
us.
game took a bit of getting
What
used
did
to
Evan do to you?
because it's a very challenging racing game compared to, and people know that I like more arcade style races.
If you put another
realistic.
racing game on this show, I will not come back on again. Last time I was here, you had me talking about being in a fucking truck, and it
That wasn't a racing game.
Well, it was a game where you get in a car and you drive around.
Okay, yeah.
Other than
what I
the
mean?
other than the nemesis system,
Yes.
I think what's good about this game is what's challenging is that you know that thing in racing games where like if you're like if you're coming last, which happens,
Sometimes, yeah.
When I played, beyond like the first 10 seconds, I did not see another car.
Yeah, within most racing games, if you're last and you just kind of keep driving, at some point it just kind of lets you catch up to people.
Yeah.
This one it doesn't.
Yeah, right.
Even if you're doing really good at the front and people are just ahead of you, you don't go much faster than them. It has to do it all on skill, and I don't have a lot.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. See,
So
I like
it's
games where you
legit.
can. I like games where you can boost. This doesn't have
of
nitrous or anything like that.
Nitrous.
Nitrous.
What other games would be good with nitrous? Mario? What do you think?
Sims.
Yeah.
Sims?
Sims.
Tetris.
Oh, you want to make it move a bit faster? People who don't want to kiss straight away, hit them with nitrous?
I wish I could drug people.
Yeah.
in Sims.
Yeah, you just. Oh, you don't want to make out? How about we do some whippets?
I just give them a nang, and then they got a 30-second high that just gives me enough time.
By the way, that's how I picture you kissing. I picture it's all little pecks.
You got it.
Got my fix.
Yeah.
Does anyone have anything else to say about grid?
How many grids would you give this out of grid?
Yeah. I'd give this, like as far as, the pointlessness of these games goes.
Are these games more pointless than other games, though?
Yes.
In what way?
You end up where you started.
Okay.
You don't make any friends along the way because of the nemesis system.
But you
Interesting
can.
that there's no allied system. Only
Well, you have teammates, but that
But you might be able to make them your enemy.
Uh,
I don't think. Yeah.
does the
Really
nemesis
try.
system work on your teammates?
I don't know if you can make teammates your
Yes.
enemy. You can? Okay, you can make
Yes.
teammates your enemy
Wow.
if you try hard enough, but you can't.
Some bad
You
blood.
can't make any friends.
So I would say I'd give it 4 grids out of 5 grids.
Actually, it was 4 grids out of grid.
Oh, sorry.
I give it 2 grids.
Out of grid?
Yeah.
You never even played grid.
I played grid.
Oh, you played grid.
Fuck you, I played grid.
Sorry. Sorry.
I
You
wasn't
didn't
good
play
at it.
I didn't play grid.
No.
So what would you give it?
I'd give it a grid out of a grid.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say it's equal to grid.
Yeah, I think
It's what it is.
1 grid is equal to grid. That's correct. So you've given it 4 grids multiplied by 4. Now you got 4 grids. What are you gonna do with it?
Grid.
He's gonna grid.
You got 2 grids. Don't think I haven't forgotten about you with your double grid.
It is. It's $69 retail in Australia.
Don't be rude.
Oh, come on, it's funny.
We were given a review copy.
That's nice.
Yeah. Thanks,
Thanks,
Codemasters.
grid.
Thanks, Grid.
Thank you for the nemesis system.
If they ever need people to do voices,
Yeah.
on their things going, hey, come on, get out of my way. Like that.
Yeah.
We're available for that.
Yeah.
We as a collective.
I'm gonna win.
Hey, you out of my nemesis now.
You could be one of the announcers in the game. That's a.
Hey, yeah.
There are-
Hey, so we've got a great day racing today, and a lot of nemesis, I imagine. Nemesis. Nemesi. Anyway, the guy with the flags doing the thing. Oh, and everybody's leaving. Holy crap. What is happening? Oh, this is unprecedented.
He's never seen a race calling a race.
Oh,
Where are they going?
oh my God, they're gonna miss the car race.
Oh my god, they're back again! How did that even happen?
No, guys, stop! Don't do it again!
Wouldn't that be fun?
I'd like that.
That's a sketch.
There you go, write that down.
Right, that's funny.
I'll do my
funny, yes.
podcast while I'm here.
Yeah. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint is the latest in the Ghost Recon series of tactical shooters from Ubisoft. Let's take a look at the trailer.
Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
Did you play this game?
Played a little bit.
You play a little bit?
Last night I played. I know this is not the game,
Yeah.
but because at home I have a Wii U now.
We
And
used
so,
to.
so I played Blacklist,
Uh-huh.
and I feel like it must be very similar.
Splinter Cell Black. It is kind of similar
It's
to
Tom
Splinter Cell.
Clancy.
It is Tom Clancy, yeah.
I mean, the thing that people need to realize
Tom
is
Clancy?
that he's been
an
dead
author.
for years.
Yeah, he's a
Tom
deceased
Clancy
author.
is dead.
Yeah.
He's not even making these games. And I think that even if he was alive, he would not be able to make these games.
No.
No, he's an author.
Yeah, he's an author. And I think before then he was like an accountant.
Right.
But
That's not
before
to say
then, he
that-
was a child.
Yeah, but-
Could you imagine a child making this game? That seems impossible.
This is
Baby Goo Goo Gaga. No, come back to me when you can code, you piece of shit.
No, but let's see what this kid could do. I don't know. He's got moxie.
What's his name? Tom Clancy.
so this
What are you, his dad?
Yeah.
This is it's so as I said earlier in the show, this is the 12th of the series.
Wait,
right?
again?
What do you mean again?
Double 12. Da 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 da.
I said at the start of the show.
Da 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 da.
Fuck, we
And
didn't
it's
think, you
a
guys.
coincidence that this is the 12th.
There are no coincidences.
There's no such thing, bro.
Right.
So
Look
what they
deeper.
say in the Matrix?
Maybe.
This is Ghost Recon, which it's short for Ghost Reconnaissance.
Huh.
But you don't do a lot of reconnaissance in this. This is shooting people,
Yeah.
which is not at all what you would
they're-
do with reconnaissance, which is more like
Would you say you're a reconnaissance man?
He can shoot. He can look. He can crawl. He can survive in a bivouac.
you have a drone, so you can do some reconnaissance.
Yeah.
You can tag your enemies and take them down.
Yep.
You can tag people?
Yes.
So,
Sorry, I
so is it because it's like it's more of a like you gotta hide and then occasionally kill somebody silently so other people don't see you or hear you.
Yeah, maybe. It definitely it's stealthy, but you don't have to be stealthy. It's not like the Splinter Cell games. You can go sort of all out assault, and you're kind of okay in this game.
Because the AI are stupid as fuck.
Yeah, the AI is stupid as fuck.
Okay, well that's good.
You like make noise and they're like, what? and then you shoot their friend. They're like, something weird's going on.
Yeah.
By the way, Ubisoft, we can do those voices too. We're looking for that. Something's weird's going on. Something
weird.
It's a weird day here today at the racetrack. And
Oh, my friend, he just got shot in the head.
yeah.
There's something's not right.
actually I was like right next to a road and there was like all these like bad guys coming in cars. So I just like laid down like a meter from the road and they were like, nothing here.
Yeah, they can be looking right at you, and as long as there's
Yeah.
a bit of distance between you.
Or a
they
bit of
won't
dark.
spot you.
I know
Yeah.
they love a bit of dark in these games. They go, oh, the shadow's important about
Yeah.
how much they can see and stuff like that.
However,
This is not Splinter Cell.
it's not Splinter Cell at all.
It's a
not
different
Splinter Cell.
franchise.
It feels like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just in an open plan.
Yeah, well, Ghost Recon, it used to be more.
I wish that it was Splinter Cell.
It's actually, you get a lot more done.
If it was
More
Splinter
productive
Cell,
kind of space.
maybe it'd be fun. This game is not good.
Brutal.
fun.
Actually, I had a fun time. I watched Alasdair play it, and for the entire time I watched him, he was just trying to drive like a van
Over,
up a mountain.
yeah, over
And
some
I said, what are you doing?
To
He's
make
like,
it
I'm trying to
nemesis.
get to this point, like this beacon on the map.
Yeah.
And I was like, where does it go? And he was like, I don't know. And then I looked on the map and it was the middle of nowhere. It's very easy to just click a random point on the map and then it show up as the place you have to go. And so instead of even
Yes.
going around the mountain, Alistair was just going up this mountain.
It lets you
for-
drive up rocks. If that's a thing that you love, or you've always wanted to do, it lets you do it.
Papa, I
For
want to
20
drive up a
minutes.
rock.
I
Bye,
tried.
Tom Clancy's Breakpoint.
I tried climbing a mountain without a vehicle, and it was
Yeah.
difficult.
It is.
But with a vehicle, you can drive
Yeah, yeah.
right up those rocks.
You can go quite vertical.
Yeah. If you have a helicopter, obviously it's a lot easier.
Well, I saw Evan use a helicopter, and I would have loved to use a helicopter to climb the rocks.
What happened? Why didn't you?
Eh?
What stopped you?
I didn't know where it was. I thought maybe
In the
that's
sky.
what could have been at the other place.
You have to avoid trees if you're in a helicopter.
Yes.
But in a way, you have to avoid trees if you're in a truck.
Not
suppose-
Alasdair though.
No,
He went straight up
yeah,
a
sometimes
truck.
you could drive up the tree a little bit, and then you'd come down, then you'd get back onto the rocks.
Is that realistic?
I mean, you know, bears can climb trees. It's
cars
not that far. It's not that far to.
Cars are like bears.
to
They're the same
imagine.
thing.
All terrain. It's all terrain vehicles.
Yeah.
A tree is sort of part of the terrain.
Tree is a terrain.
You know,
if
if
you're
you think-
small, if you're tiny, and you're, it's a big, like plane. You're like, no, it's not a plane.
Yeah.
It's a terrain.
Terrain, not a plane. Evan had the helicopter.
Yeah.
So, you know, but there's a, you know, and I don't want to keep bringing up Nemesis.
I would prefer that you. I would prefer that you didn't.
But I shot a few people, you know, to just give it a go. And it really turned everybody against me. And there was a lot of people, and there was a lot of signs coming up that said it's like, oh, we've definitely, noticed an
Detected.
intruder or detected somebody. And so they had a lot of great. I mean, they must have spent so much money in this sort of fake world.
Get him!
On screens just outside. Like no matter
Yeah.
where you look, there's a screen.
Yeah.
Like that. But I guess, you know, in that world, there's not a lot of like drunken vandals walking around. It was very much in the
Like
sort of
TV screens?
TV screens, like very much like these ones, but sort of more embedded right into sort of the architecture.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
So they're rich, whoever these people are.
Well,
I
yes.
would say so, yeah.
They're on an
They're
island
military, right?
with these humongous compounds. They're very wealthy.
No, it's like a Steve Jobs. That's the
Yes.
story, but it's very.
Yeah.
It's
A
like
what?
Steve Jobs.
The guy who started Apple?
Steve Jobs.
What the fuck?
It's Steve Jobs.
Yeah. Is it Jay Skell is the equivalent?
Scale.
Can you speak any more to that?
Jay
Instead
Scale
of just saying Steve Jobs.
is
Are you pretending to say names?
Jay Scale is Steve Jobs.
And
Nemesis system activating.
I thought you said that wasn't in real life. Yeah, okay. This is the plot, which I still don't really figure. Like, it's really badly written.
Yeah.
I hated this game. If it's
We
not
can
clear.
also write these things. We all work in the arts.
I would love to write a video game.
Yeah.
What would you write about?
I would like to write the dialogue in a video game.
What would you write about?
Whatever's happening in the game.
Like what?
Like you got to go somewhere, you got to talk to someone. I can write that.
Okay, say I just shoot people.
Yeah,
Then I gotta go talk to this old dude.
yeah.
What do you say about that?
You go up to him and you go, "Hey, big boy.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, what are you doing around these parts?" And he goes, "Hey, boy."
Kiss?
Yeah.
Two boys are kissing.
And you go, "Okay." And I can write that for you.
Yeah. I tell you what.
I mostly want to do porn games.
Yes. Yeah.
But you can have any type of storyline. I'll fit the porn right in. I don't care.
Yeah, you can make any game a pornographic video game.
It's easier than you would think.
Yeah, right.
You just make them fuck.
Yeah, cool, right. I was never able to crack that porn. That porn.
Ah, that's your real white tiger.
That you have sex with.
That's why I didn't say,
Fun.
white rabbit, because you don't want to have sex with a rabbit. You'd much prefer, if you're gonna have sex with something, make it an apex predator. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like a whale.
Why? Because they.
They're not apex predators.
No? What?
You've done it again! Oh, I'll get you for this! That's the last time you confuse whales as apex predators! I'll get you, Alasdair!
Yeah, you should talk to some plankton.
Yeah, that's true. And they're quite big.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing else is getting to them. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think they're apex. Maybe a
What's apex?
sperm whale.
As in top of the
Pardon
food
the
chain?
pun.
Is that what you mean? Thank you, Evan.
What? When did Ghost Recon become a loot shooter?
Right?
I was
right?
Loot,
Right? When did that happen?
loot shoot?
loot shoot.
Yeah, what does that mean?
You shoot and you get loot.
Is that what it
Yes.
is? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So you
Yes.
just shoot people and you get their guns. And then
Yes.
and then
Their
everybody's
money.
angry.
It's really leaned into the loot shooting element, which I still don't understand because
My
every
loot shooting baby.
person you hit. My loot-shitting baby is driving me crazy. This obsession for a service game.
No, so because I haven't played a Ghost Recon game for a while, and it's different.
Yeah,
Was Wildlands like this?
It wasn't full blown. They've really gone, let's RPG it.
Yeah.
But the gear score is not, it doesn't mean anything until you're fighting robots.
Yeah, because you can, from the get-go, you can shoot people.
Yeah.
To me, there never seemed to be any reason to get better weapons, really. I mean, I was anyway, just to higher numbers or whatever. But
There's no reason for this game to exist.
it's quite easy to kill people.
Oh.
It doesn't. It's no good. It feels like a game. Like usually, you work on games. Even Grid, I'm sure. Someone on that game, working on that game, loved racing, and they really believed that the Nemesis system was going to revolutionize gaming as we know it.
And that was Alasdair.
That was Alasdair, and you did a great job. Like, I felt like
That was the software you managed.
even the smallest of games, most of the time have some love in it. This game has no love. It feels like an empty sort of exercise in nothing. Like it just is. It feels like everyone resented working on this game. Like no one liked it, and that kind of permeates through the
You
whole
really
game.
think that?
Yeah, I honestly do.
What if you find out they were a really small, passionate team and they all believe in it?
Well, then they fucking suck.
It's made
Imagine
by-
loving something this shit. Like, if a
Your
baby.
mom didn't have a problem.
I was legit gonna make a joke about that. Well done, good job.
I mean, I guess, with the amount of driving that I did through the mountains and rocks,
Yes.
it did have
Through
a kind
or
of,
just against?
yeah, up against it. But like, it did have a bit of one of those RPGs games like like WoW or like Elder Scrolls or whatever, where you just spend so much time traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
open world was just so open.
It's so
You're
open.
like, all right, here we go.
There is a bit of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so wide. It's like there's too much space, and too much of it is filled with nothing. It's
Too mountainous.
Very
it's so
mountainous,
boring.
yeah.
This
We
game
thought
is-
that there would be more dogs to shoot.
Yeah, at
Yeah,
least.
I
Are there
saw
any
a
games
ball.
that
Is
it's
that
just
something, Evan?
shooting dogs?
Evan?
There is we talked about a game a little while ago that was taking photos of dogs.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah.
You're shooting him.
Yeah.
In a way.
Didn't bring Evan any joy though.
No, okay.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. But I think, a thing where like things that you'd like to do in regular life, but you would never want to hurt an animal or whatever. But like a place where you can, like a game like this, but instead of like having to go stop an evil former, ghost recon guy,
Yeah.
you go into a zoo and you kill all the animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Are you
You'd play
pitching
that
this
game.
or
I mean, I'm just saying, would that have more passion for you?
I think Evan would
maybe.
like that game.
Evan?
It sounds like it would be fun.
It does sound fun.
Yeah.
I guess you could get into the thing with them and have it hold a knife.
Yeah. You got to learn things about their weaknesses.
Yeah.
Would you go like stealth or would you go straight in?
You can have the option.
Yeah, that's right. That's
But what would you do?
There's a lot of replayability in that regard. But I think, let's say you go into the cage with all the spider monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
So that, they're coming at you from many directions like that. So maybe at one time you'd come in with just 2 daggers
Yeah.
like that.
And slice them all up.
You slice all those fucking monkeys up.
like a fruit ninja.
Oh yeah.
Except with monkeys.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, this would be horrible in real life. You
Yes.
would never do this because it's
You
a
would
terribly
never do-
cruel and awful
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. You would never slice a monkey.
But isn't that why we have video games, so that you could
Unless
do
it
things
was-
that you would never do, like drive a car in a race?
yeah. whereas you could walk in the woods like that.
Yeah, you could walk into the woods, absolutely.
Yeah.
Even carrying a gun, that'd be fine.
I could walk in the woods right now.
Did
In fact,
That's impressive.
excuse me.
did you I felt like this game was too complicated from the get-go.
The UI doesn't make it any better.
Yeah, it is
User
the menu
It was
system
so
is
hard
too
for me to
complicated.
understand the maps. I kept thinking I was clicking on an objective and like putting a beacon down on it. After like 10 times trying to do that, I realized I was just putting a beacon in the middle of the fucking sea and again trying to just like climb up a
right.
mountain to walk.
And it's game as a service, like it's always online. I've tried to play.
It's the first Ghost Recon game that requires an active internet connection.
It just
to play.
kept booting
You have to
me.
be online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kept.
Why?
I don't know. There's no reason for this to be a service game.
Yeah.
It can be played with friends cooperatively, but there's no reason.
And Tazo is disgusted.
Yeah.
by it.
This dog just sneezed on my belly button.
It was more of like a reflux thing.
Well, it went into like the hole in my thing and
Soon.
and hit me right in where my umbilical
We don't
cord was.
have very much time. Soon he will begin to turn into a dog. He's getting their power. Dog powers.
There is a part of the game, I forget what it's called, where everybody hangs out,
Yeah, it sucks.
which is I
A
didn't see
party?
much need for that either.
No.
Were you invited?
But have you ever tried Second World?
Second Life?
Second Life.
I haven't.
Second World. For me,
Have
that's
you?
Second World is second life.
Yeah.
Second Life 2. Second World.
Um,
Ghost Recon chat room. That's what it is in the end.
Yeah.
there's
Recon checkboard.
there's investigations. You're sort of picking up clues to solve.
Are you?
Yeah, but the story.
investigations.
All I did was walk.
I don't want to read
understand
shit.
why
And
that
then
needs
lie
to be
down.
this.
And then walk.
I don't want to read shit in this game.
No one wants to read shit. The cutscenes are long.
And they don't
Okay.
make it like they're written real bad and the dialogue's
Boy.
real shit. You
Yeah.
could have written something. I would have loved to seen two boys just kissing.
Just endless pecs all over the
Would have made this game so much better. And there's nothing original in it. Everything that's in it, you've seen done better in another Ubisoft game. Like
Yeah.
they've taken elements of their own games and put it into this piece of shit.
Cameraman Pat was saying that earlier, and that they're all the games are the same, and it made me think that
Yeah.
maybe this is just a money-making game.
Is
where
it
they
like
just kinda-
Postman Pat?
Cameraman Pat and his black and white cat.
Sorry, I
Alistair, I'm
Yeah,
glad
it's
you
the same
said that
cat.
because this game is a big money-making game because everything that you can do is like you can just buy.
Everything's for sale.
Everything's for sale with
Real
real
money.
life money.
Yeah.
So you can once you've spent fucking $79
Plus.
plus that,
That's
you
the
can
retail.
then pay to not play the game. This game sucks so much that it wants you to pay the game so you don't have to play it. So
Yeah.
that's
That sounds
Ubisoft
great.
doing you a favor.
Well,
They're
they-
like,
But they
to
said,
be
like,
fair, I
this
would-
game sucks so much. These stupid people. Charge them not to play it, huh?
This is made by
I would
Ubisoft.
100% pay not to play this game.
It fucking sucks. This is
100%.
the worst game. This is worse than Anthem. At least with
right.
Anthem, I got a
I
couple more.
hated Anthem.
However, to play devil's advocate,
A Devil's
All
Avocado.
right.
the pay to save time thing that they said wasn't supposed to be in the game initially. That was supposed to come later. But you
Pay
don't.
to save time.
And that's bullshit too.
Yeah, it's the time
That's
saving.
absolute
Save
bullshit.
time.
Well,
Oh, we did
probably.
not mean to do this thing that everyone was complaining about, huh?
You don't have to.
hate, there's hate in your eyes.
I fucking hate this game.
But you don't have to spend money. It's not, and you don't really get any advantage
Apart from
from
the $79.
Sorry, yes, but I mean,
It's
it's talking about
exploitative.
microtransactions. It is exploitative, yes.
What's the biggest microtransaction?
And it's cheap. The whole game feels
don't
cheap,
know.
right? Like, it just kind of has this cheap sort of vibe to it. Like the
It-
facial animations.
I think
Face-
it
Guns
looks-
don't load, so you're wandering around the fucking place with nothing in your hands. Like, go over there.
I didn't have that
Oh
problem.
my god, he's got no gun. Everybody, he's not got a gun. Everyone in this world has a gun. This guy's doing it different.
I didn't have any.
I find it unsettling.
I didn't have any technical problems like that. I found the movement is maybe a little bit clumsier than it should be. I think it looks pretty amazing, like the environments and stuff.
Does
It
it?
looks pretty
I don't reckon.
pretty
I
good.
feel like we've seen this before.
Oh, we've seen it before, sure, but it's still.
What?
I don't know.
I could
You
do
know,
this.
but sunsets we've seen before, and they can still be amazing.
Wow,
Fuck.
Yeah.
You're right.
you are so wise.
Yeah. I didn't play enough of this game to have an opinion.
But if you did, what do you think about it?
Well, based on me playing the other one, Blacklist, I said there was too many ways that you could just go, oh, I figured out that people aren't looking this way, so I could just run here, and then you could just do that.
It's a completely different game.
Yeah.
Still Ubisoft.
Well, look, I don't think that should stop us from criticizing this game from another game that was maybe made by another company.
I tried to like this game.
Yeah?
I didn't even listen to any of the reviews, which, after deciding it was a shit game, realized that there are a lot of people that think it's a shit game.
Yeah, it has not been well received.
I think it's probably Ubisoft's worst game that they've done in like 5 years.
Yeah, right.
Easy.
Damn.
Yeah, it's not as good as the Division 2. That was quite good.
It's not as good as the last Ghost Recon.
How much do you think they spent on the Punisher?
John Bernthal.
Is that him?
Nobody's buying a game for the big stars that are in it.
No.
Really?
Well-
What about Cyberpunk?
Wow, maybe.
Exactly.
But I think
What about Johnny Silverlake?
Did that have Keanu in it? Is that the
What
one?
about Death Stranding? That's got a lot of famous people in there.
What about that one with Terry Crews?
I don't know. I don't buy games at all, so that's why I wouldn't
The
buy
only
them.
game you've found interesting is one where you drive around in a circle.
To be honest, look, my life is not the fullest in terms of video right now. So I have a lot of time off right now. So I'm.
Maybe you
In
should
fact,
think
you've
about.
just got a Wii U, so
I got a Wii U.
we can expect you to play a battle royale in 10 years.
Maybe you should use the pussy thing and.
I want to. I think you could just use it in your mouth.
Oh, you absolutely could.
You'd want to wash it first.
Well, you could just not put it in your pussy.
Huh.
Okay. Sure.
Imagine not putting something in my pussy.
I can't. I'm
do
just
it.
saying you could try.
Goes against my very core. Which you can see if you get inside my pussy.
I thought that.
I'll say
that was a
anything
bit
to
annoying.
derail talking about.
Mark Bonanno.
I just took a shit upstairs that has really clogged up the bathroom.
Okay.
You might need to call a plumber in to.
Okay.
It's bad up there, man.
Okay.
I just ate it.
He took
I just
his
ate
shit.
Lebanese food.
Right.
It's
Mark.
it's blocked up.
Mark,
It's blocked
I'm
up.
whispering to you.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, nothing, man. Just need to talk to him.
Did you do a big shit?
Did he do a big shit?
Okay. Yep.
What would you do if you were going out with Mark?
Man, that would be a dream. I wouldn't take him for granted.
Fuck you all.
Mark is looking more and more dwarvish every day. Looks like he's gonna go. He's looking like he's gonna go fucking mine for gold and mithril.
What? Because he's got a beard.
Yeah, because of his hairstyle,
But
he looks
that's
like
the
a
hex-
barbarian.
The hairstyle's more elven.
I would say the hairstyle looks like that. The straight out of Sekiro or something.
Let's agree to all disagree.
And
let's
never
get
come
back-
to any conclusion.
Let's get
Let's
back
do
to Ghost
anything
Recon.
that we
Ghost
can
Recon.
do to not talk about Ghost Recon.
You,
I was going to say something about Ghost Recon. The I actually quite enjoyed
Ghost Recon.
the shooting in it.
Well, there is shooting. You're
I
not
thought that
wrong
the
about
shooting was not that great. There are
Okay.
better games.
There's
better
always
shooting games.
There's always better games.
But the point is like, if there are better shooting games and better games like stealth games and better looter shooter games out there, then I just don't understand. I mean, there's not just one or two. There are so many. This is like,
This is a tough game to recommend.
what is the way to get something else? Get anything else?
But
This game fucking sucks.
I felt like I actually thought the shooting was fun. I had a good time. Like the way the weapons handle, just rocking up to a compound and taking people out. It was like trying to be stealthy and then giving up on that and just going and killing everybody was
My best.
was a lot of fun. I thought so.
Yeah, I mean, I love shooting people.
Shooting people's great.
You know, it's a shame none of them were animals.
No, well, I saw a boar once, but I didn't kill it.
A boar.
Yeah.
Sounds like what this game is.
This game is a
Yes!
boar. It's boorish.
It's a metaphor for the game.
That's the only
I
animal
don't
that
like shooty games. But you know what? I did enjoy Control.
we know.
Yes, we know all about that.
I just think everyone should be reminded of that every now and then.
Do you think steep slopes is a feature they should be?
Steep slopes.
They are good for driving up.
I did find falling down the hill was.
It was
like,
a highlight for you, wasn't it?
Yeah,
the steep
'cause I mean,
slopes.
once you get up to the top of the mountain, driving over all those rocks, there's only one way back down: is you get out of your car and you just slide down, and
Yeah, right.
eventually it starts hurting your body.
Guillaume,
Yeah.
this game is shit. What can we advertise? We have slopes. What are they? Gradual? Oh no. No, they are very steep. Steep slopes.
Copywriter, I have something for you.
Steep slopes.
They also
Mamma mia! I gotta get home and play this bad boy right now. Come on, show me those slopes.
God, what about all this flat grounds boring the goddamn took us off of me?
I'm gonna go insane here.
Whoa.
They also advertise fatigue.
Oh, thank God. I advertise fatigue in that I can't be fucked.
It's so good because the world's so big and you start running and then after a while you have to stop.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that makes it really fun. You're like, I gotta get over there. And there's kilometers of nothing in between us, but you can't go fast.
Yeah, but if you have
Yeah.
a chopper or
Got in a car somehow even slower than running.
It's kind of like a bushland GTA with a bit less going on.
right, yeah.
And not fun.
Yeah.
They actually call it World 2.0, so you weren't far off with Second World.
Second world.
Yeah, it's kind of what this is.
Second world.
This is what Skell calls the island. It's a World 2.0.
It's a world, but it's 2.0. Hey.
Hey,
Sinatra?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
is it?
Whoa. Hey there.
It's just something Ben does when there's silence.
Yeah.
And it really works.
Silence. That's why I just walk around my house going, walking around. Gonna go up and turning the kettle on. Getting up, getting out of bed. Whoa! Watch it, dogs.
You've you really roasted this game.
How many grids do you give it?
How many grids?
I give it 0 grids.
Yeah, right. Out of grid.
Grid. Yeah.
Bing, is there?
Bing, bing. That's how many grids. That is 0 grids. That is the illustration of 0 grids that is right in front of me right now that Evan will put. Somehow he will abstractly represent 0 grids using these things in front of me.
And I give it infinity grids. And I want that here.
I want all.
Infinity grids.
And I want a cute little hat. Thanks, Evan.
Great.
What do you want,
Is
Evan?
there? I don't know.
What do you want to spend hours in After Effects doing?
I just want a break. I'm gonna get to PAX. I'm gonna be doing all this editing. What do you have? Is there nothing? Do you have nothing nice to say about this game?
Huh?
Look,
And maybe you should say nothing at all.
It exists. I'm pretty sure they stole that shot
No.
from Twilight, to be honest.
Was there anything about this that you liked?
I wanted
To me, it was a good. I thought the gunplay and stuff. I thought it was a good shooting game, but surrounded by a lot of other crap that let it down.
Yeah, I mean, the shooting game, you just have to do too much to get. It's like red tape to actually play it and to have fun.
Yeah.
You have to go through like 100 shit things to get through one little good thing. And the good little thing is, I guess, that little stealth element with shooting people.
Yeah.
But even the
feels
shooting
pretty
isn't good and the stealth isn't that great. I don't know.
The engineers are talking. We'll see
as
Oh.
as
put
somebody
two of
who
us
hasn't
together.
played a lot of these games, I still found it fine.
Yeah, right.
But I didn't get as deep as Ben. But Ben has expectations, whereas
He's been spoiled by better games.
Exactly. Whereas the only other game
brat.
I've really played is the
Is
Blacklist
Grid?
and Grid.
Right, okay.
Yeah, right.
And
so,
based on that, and I go, I like it, and it's quite different from Grid in that it's not a racing game.
Yes.
yeah.
And then except for that part where it feels like when people start chasing you when
Yeah,
you're
there are
going climbing up the
similarities.
rocks. But it feels like at least you're in a world, and there obviously there's
Yeah.
problems, but there's problems with life.
Sure.
And so it's not, in a way, it's an escape from the much more pressing problems that are in this life that we really are in.
Yeah.
And so look, I'm gonna give it, Infinity Grids.
For being an escapist
An
game.
escape, yeah, it's better than Twitter. Twitter just makes you feel awful.
Because what is Infinity
Sometimes
Grids?
Twitter entertains you though, which this game doesn't have.
That's not true. Yeah, I heard there's a boar that you could kill.
Is it in the case of there are Infinity Grids so that there are actually no grids?
No. Infinity Grids is,
That's the opposite.
it's the opposite.
But if something is infinity, then
No,
What is
there's,
it?
there's actually
What?
there's more than you can count because you can never get to the number.
yeah,
of how
but you
big
can't
it is.
even
It's
fathom.
It means that there's a
opposite.
million.
You can't
grids.
even
Would you say-
comprehend.
Would you say that a million grids is no grids?
No, because that's a million grids.
Yeah. But then it has a million grids within it, and then it also has
More.
a billion grids.
I
Would you
wouldn't
say that
even.
That's
I would say a billion grids is fine.
I don't think you understand what infinity
No,
means.
but go further.
sure. 2 billion grids.
I can picture it in my mind's eye right now. I'm
Yeah.
picturing 2 billion grids.
7 trillion grids.
I can picture. I'm having a harder time picturing that, but I can kind of picture it a little bit.
What do you even picture? What do you see when you picture one grid?
I picture just one square, one little square.
Oh, that's a square. That's not a grid.
In a grid, it's part of a square.
Oh, it's part of a. Oh, it's a square part of a bigger square of squares.
Well, that's the
It's kind of like a grid.
yeah. But that is one grid.
What? One square?
Yeah.
No, that's not a grid.
No, it's 100% a
No,
grid.
no, no.
imagine-
I want you to know that every one of my grids is in itself a grid. And
How many
not
grids?
A small part of a
So
grid.
how many grids are in a grid?
Eh?
So if you've got 2 trillion
How many
grids,
squares in a grid?
how many grids are in a grid?
Well, there's no grids. There's one grid in every grid.
Okay. But if you have 7 trillion grids, then you've got 7 trillion grids inside each of those grids.
Oh, I'm
That's
not
fine,
saying.
'cause it's infinity grids.
Yeah, I'm not saying that my grids are. I'm not saying all my
lost
grids
Maggie.
are in one grid.
Maggie's sick of this. I wish I could leave.
Should we
No.
look? Let's agree to disagree on
Please
the grid.
continue. I will never yield.
You couldn't be more wrong about the grids.
You
Ben.
can't. I mean, you won't be able to even comprehend the amount of grids. So the sheer volume of grids will become so tremendous that they will cease to be grids once and for all and blend in. It will be like white noise, except that noise is grids. But there'll be so many grids all the time that you can't possibly comprehend that many grids, so there's no grids at all.
Why have we been talking about
I
grid?
think
There are no grids, Jerry!
this premise.
It's infinity grids!
The premise that there are so many of a thing that you can't comprehend it, which means that there are none,
Yeah.
is the most difficult part to
You are
argue.
so stupid.
There are no more grids.
There are a lot.
Let's
There are so many that there are no more.
we should leave that there. But before we wrap up the show, we have a Patreon question.
Ah, good. I hope it's about grids.
Not about grids at all.
Sure, it will be next week.
The top voter question from this week, and there have been good questions. I think you'd be very proud
Who
of
are you
them,
trying to
Naomi.
convince?
Naomi, I was trying
in
to-
the 1 week I wasn't here.
Yeah, well, once you cancelled everybody, I think they learnt their lesson, and we got an influx of a lot of very good questions.
Good.
But they weren't the ones that got voted out. It was actually quite neck and neck today as to whether a boys in the wall question was going to get through or this other question.
Thank God.
And luckily,
There
this
are
one got
boys
through.
in
But
the
I did
wall.
have to
first of
get some extra people in voting for that.
boys in the wall, and they're safe and
Was it Gary? Newman?
warm in walls. Dude.
The top voter
Boys in
question.
the wall,
This
where they're safest of all. They are boys in the wall, where they're nice and warm the fall.
The top voter question this week is from Eric Stacey. He asked,
You.
What's the best movie based on a game? Movies so bad they're good, count 2.
Prince of Persia.
Oh, yeah.
Hands down.
Because that Gyllenhaal is a dish.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Have you seen
Battleship?
Tomb Raider? Oh, Battleship.
Tomb
Was that
Raider.
good? That had Rihanna in it.
Yeah.
Was Tomb Raider a game first?
I snuck into
Yes.
Prince of Persia in the cinemas, and it was so bad that I left.
Oh, so bad it's good?
Is
because
that
counts.
the brown face one?
Is it brown face? I
What am
wouldn't be
thinking
surprised.
of?
I mean,
Egyptian,
it is a bit
Egypt.
Arabian Nights.
Hey, it's Saturday.
Just quietly, have you been keeping track of the account on Instagram that's posting old videos of Daryl Summers?
No.
Highly recommend checking it out. I'm sure Evan will find a link. It does not hold up, these clips from the Daryl Summers show.
Go. Go.
Take off, everybody! Take off!
What a surprise!
What were you saying?
Some movie about Egypt.
It is about Persia. Yeah.
There's a lot of
Cluedo?
brown
What about the
faces.
movie Cluedo?
Is that a
that-
real movie?
Yeah, that was a movie Cluedo.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, there was a movie Cluedo, all right.
What about Doom with The Rock?
Yep.
That's a movie?
Resident Evil
See, the Resident Evil films, they're
are
but
terrible.
well, yes. But,
What about Uwe Boll?
what?
Uwe Boll.
What is that?
What is that?
Uwe Boll?
What?
I'm not just making shit up.
What is
his
this?
name. His name's Uwe
Uwe.
Boll.
And is that a game?
No.
Is he?
So why are you...
What is it?
Afraid of the Dark? Didn't you do? And Blood Rain?
Are you talking about a director?
Yeah.
Right.
Terrible.
Oh.
Angry Birds. Amazing.
Oh,
Birds.
no.
Yep.
Does
Oh,
Wreck-It
no.
Ralph count? It wasn't based on an actual game. It was sort of.
I mean,
or
that was pretty good though.
loosely based on
I did
it.
like
What
that.
about Adam Sandler?
King
He's
of
an
Kong.
actor.
You're forgetting to
King
name
of Kong. Well,
movies
that's
based
it.
on games.
King of Kong. It's a genuinely good movie.
That is a
Yeah,
great film.
King of Kong. Let's settle
Yeah.
on King of Kong.
Yeah.
King of Kong is good.
That will allow that to count. Under the
I think
rules.
that is
I
probably
mean,
the
it's a
best one.
documentary.
Yeah.
Lara Croft?
Tomb Raider.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
And
Angelina
Which
Jolie.
one? Which one?
Yeah, which one?
Which one? The new one?
Oh, the new
Apparently
one.
that's
what
not bad. I
about
haven't
A
seen it.
League of Their Own? You know, it's based on baseball. That's a game.
Yeah.
That is true.
Okay.
Well, then any given
Field of
Sunday.
Dreams.
Any-
War, in a way. Something is a game. Thin
Varsity
Red
Blue.
Line.
War games.
Eh? War games.
Yeah.
I liked the first Resident Evil. I
Games.
thought that was a good horror film.
Battleship.
Battleship is
There was
a
that
game.
guy with the lasers. Got sliced up.
Yep, laser guy.
Yeah, laser guy. You're laughing at us laughing? You're making fun of us?
I just wanted to feel included.
Oh.
Mastermind. Chess Boy.
Mastermind.
What is chess?
I feel like that is a real movie.
Chess isn't based on anything, is it?
Let's
Prove it.
agree.
What's
Let's
based on a
agree that
war?
it's King of Kong.
Okay.
Why can't we stop
I'm not
talking?
agreeing.
We don't have to come to
Why do you
a
want us to
consensus.
stop?
No, it's okay to come to a consensus.
Okay, all right. King of Kong.
I think they should make
That
a
is-
movie called Grid.
I reckon they could make a movie about King of Kong. What about
I'm
Super
not
Mario?
familiar with that
Super
game.
Mario.
Oh yeah, that was a good movie.
What
Is
movie?
it
With Bob Hoskins and
Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo.
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 Have they been in
Leguizamo.
And
Zelda
Dennis
movies?
Hopper.
No, but maybe there
I
should
think
be.
they would make a Zelda movie.
There's probably animes. There's a lot of in Japan they make a lot of anime movies from video games.
They make anime in Japan?
Also,
Yeah.
Japan started making anime now. Okay.
See how that
Cool.
turns out?
Gotta check that out.
See, that was a good question.
That was a great question.
Well done, everyone.
That was better than a boys in the wall question, right?
There are boys in the wall.
You're all
They're the safest
uncancelled.
of all. They are nice and warm. They're boys in the big wall.
If you have a question you'd like us to answer, jump on the $10 Patreon tier. And you can vote on questions as well. And if you want to hear, questions that are about boys in the wall, whatever, you can do that. It's up to you. We have to thank our top patrons. Big thanks to. I didn't get any feedback on if I pronounced this correctly last week because he wouldn't give me the pronunciation. But I think it's Peter Ways Chaco. Peter Ways Chaco? What do you reckon?
I would just Google it. Have you tried that?
No, I
Ask
haven't.
him.
Well, I did ask him, and he said he wouldn't tell me.
So you Google it.
Well,
You're gonna play hardball, huh, Peter?
Peter, Waze Checker, Lachlan Chapman, Amy G, Josh Apter, Zach Shepard, Nathan Bauer, Samuel Emons, Chandler the Bakerman.
That isn't his real name.
No, he's a baker. Alan Mulhall, Robosaur, Eric Stacey, Soph Waldron, Alex Chom, Jake Sullivan, Drew Schuller, Jack Mufati, Drew Peisner, who actually got a mention in the Primates podcast, which is coming out this week. Yeah, he supports the Douga One Podcast Network. Jim Hughes, Kylie Jones, Zach Steinbacher, Scott Chapman, Shamla Foodratney, Christian Ford, Paul Barbie, Ben Lovett, Christian Sanchez, only the single Christian single.
Which one is it?
Only one Christian Sanchez remains. But we don't, I'm not sure which one. Adam Giambattista and Chris Sheeky are our top patrons. Where did you go?
Huh?
Did someone PayPal you?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. But just randomly, I would like to shout out Dale, just my friend Dale, for no reason at all. Just shout out to Dale, and he wanted to give a shout out to refugees and cucks for some reason. But anyway, unrelated to all of that.
Refugees and cucks.
Unrelated to all of that, if you want me to read out your name, then you can just PayPal me $15 and I will do it. And you don't have to bother with the $20. That's just unrelated to my friend Dale.
Just get onto Cameo.
If
Yeah.
you... Oh, yeah.
People do that.
Hey guys, just saying hi. I just want to say hi. Hi, everybody. Hey, it's me. See ya. Hello.
Is that Gilbert
It's
Gottfried?
me.
Because he is on there.
No, it's more like this. Wow.
Ben's back, baby.
If you want to officially hear your name aired on the show, you can jump on the $20 Patreon tier. at
Well,
Patreon.com/Gamey
unofficially,
Game.
it's only $15.
Are you gonna give?
But you get a mug on the official
Any of
Patreon
that-
tier.
You better buy them like a cake.
Who? Buy who a cake?
Evan and Beck.
For what?
What?
For the $15 that you make it on the side.
I haven't. No one's paid me.
We need to unionize immediately.
If you enjoy the show, you can subscribe to the channel and tell your friends about it. And you can podcast the show. Remember, it's on your podcast apps.
You fucking forget that we podcast this show. You're gonna be in big trouble.
Hundreds of people podcast the show.
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
Oh my God. Imagine them in a room. To Ben, it would be no people. 'Cause he can't imagine that many people.
Hello, 100 people. I'm imagining right now, and there are no people at all.
Huh? Yeah, I said everyone's uncancelled, but
Oh,
then
really?
everyone else started screaming. So
Oh,
then
we're
I gave up.
cancelled?
So now all of the Patreon people are uncancelled, but Ben and Evan are cancelled. And also Bevan is cancelled.
What did he do?
Evan,
Evan, the wolves are out again!
wolves are out again.
He let the wolves out.
Some chooks got in there. Chooks got in there.
Eating all the wolves!
I had all the wolves up. Some wolves got out. They're too scared. They came in here.
Now I got 6 wolves in my bed. That's why there's wolves in my bed. All right, now we got our stories straight. Here's dinner.
Why are you telling me this, Mum? I already know. I'm Bevan, your son. Why are you telling me this, Bevan? I don't know. Just maybe it's because I'm your son. I know you are my son.
That's all for this week. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.
Look out.
Look out.
Look out. I'm coming to get ya.